Hi everybody, it's Rolex here once again with the journey of my league starter. Um, as you can see, like in the background, that I started up as a duelist, as my league start. As always, I've been playing duelist for maybe for the past like maybe 5 leagues. I don't even know. I don't remember anything at all at this point. Like champion, it's always gonna be my league start after this point, I guess, because it's really really good. Even after the nerf, like a lot of nerfs, I would say. But this league in particular, champion is very very strong because fortification or fortify got nerfed. Like even for melee character, it's still, I would say it's a nerf because you have to attack multiple times to get 20 stacks of fortifications. Not like a champion that you get like 20 for free. So I decided, well, just play champion again, I guess. And impale stacking, that's just gonna be my go-to now at this point because it's really really strong. It's giving you like maybe like 90 flat damage early on for if you have impale, 100% chance to impale, and you stack up to maximum. So you gain like pretty decent amount of flat physical damage early on. It could probably be like like half a gem or something, right? Uh, and yeah, you're getting a really really tanky character, and it can do, I think, all content. I would say all content if you have decent skill and like build your character up for anything. And the league impressions, the person the league thought, I would say, like Scourge League, it's a pretty fun league, I would say. The monsters to kill. There's a lot of monsters to kill. Monsters is really, really tough, and the monster scaling, it's a little bit of a problem because it's just like an insane amount of damage that they can do. Like you can go up to 200 stacks, and they just like one shot you even at your like 8k life or something. That's like crazy, but still, it's still fun. Like you have to min max your time within the nightmare. So you ship in and you kill a lot of stuff, and then you try to ship out as fast as possible, so you don't gain that much stack. And then you just move on to another pack and try to find the best location to ship in again and kill monsters. So there's some strategy to it if you want to min max your survivability, within the nightmare as well. And when you ship in, you like usually you stun monsters around you, but I think they don't stun the nightmare monsters. I don't even fucking know what happened there, but when you ship back, it stuns monster around you. So it's really really good. Like you jump into the pack, and if you think like, oh shit, I'm gonna die, you can press like to go to the nightmare, and hopefully monsters in the nightmare not gonna one shot you instantly. Because most of the time, if you just flame dash in to the pack of monsters, that's a sentence. That's a death sentence because you can't just like flame dash again. It needs a little bit of cast time, and you just die, right? So you can press, like league mechanic to get out, and then press is again to go back in and stun monsters around you. Hopefully you can clear all the like scourge monster before you die. That's pretty much the limits of it. And of course, it's not really really like a good strategy for a hardcore player, but in softcore you can do it, or you can just die because it doesn't really matter. 10% XP doesn't really mean anything. To be fair, even after level 95, it's still 10% XP is still like a lot, but well, that's maybe like a couple maps, maybe like 10, 20 maps or something. So that's my league start. I think it's been a fun league. It's not really rewarding. It's like, you know, last league would be, last league, the part that rewarding is just like expedition logbook, and it's actually tied to Tujin. Like if they remove Tujin, last league was pretty much like the worst league as well for the reward structure. This league is also the worst for the reward structure as well. They don't do anything. Like, yeah, sure, it's a highly high reward, but I would say it's a high risk but low reward. Like for this league. If you scourge out the tier 3, it doesn't do anything for the most part. It just gives like 3% chance to deal triple damage. That's probably the best thing that I've seen so far. and it come with a mod like deal no cold damage, and like what the fuck, uh, or maybe like -2 to like some of the maximum resistance. That's like terrible, right? And I would say that most of the time the Squish mod, it's just not relevant at all. Like, if you can get chaos resistance, I think that's pretty good. Like, that's probably the best thing that you could probably get. Like, maybe getting like a 120 strength increased strength requirement, and then you get like 24 chaos resistance. That's probably gonna be the best if you can find one of those things. But yeah, it's scarcely mechanic for the actual reward, the actual item modifier. I would say it's barely anything. But the new currency, though, new currency is really, really good. I would say they are very powerful, especially fusing, as you would see on the internet already. There's a lot of video talking about how to get six links really easy. You can just like sometimes you get lucky on the skirt itself. You can just like get six link, and then if you don't, then you can just use tainted fusing, which you don't have a 50-50 chance to get six link on the first try. If you fail, then you go back to four link, and then you can try to do it again. Try to fusing it again to get six link. So it's usually like if you have the worst luck in the world, you probably use about like 20 fusings for six link, your chess piece or something. But yeah, it usually costs around like 4 to 6 fusing for the most part. Like sometimes it's just one time and then you're done, right? You just one and boom, you're done. Like sometimes it takes three, sometimes it takes five or something like that. But yeah, it's been really really strong for the the orb, the new orbs and stuff like that. I haven't found the exalted orb yet. I don't know if it's exit or not because I found a lot of mythic orb, but not a single exalted orb. So that's pretty much it. But I'm sorry because I already killed Cyrus and I didn't really record anything because I can't really record anything after the first 8 hours of league launch because that's just already ate my my drive already. It's already full, so I can't really record anything new. I just play the game, because I don't have like to go editing my video or something like that because I didn't find the right place for my character to be in to record the video to have like a sense of like well how this character gonna go and something like that. So and now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my character that I'm being playing, and I'm probably gonna play a little bit more, probably till level 97 or something, 98 or something, if I can get like this character rolling. And I decided to change the character to be a crit with one hand sword with like Paradoxica, because Paradoxica is really really strong with the champion. The Master Melo gives you like a lot of flat physical damage, insane amount of flat physical damage, and then it's Paradoxica that you deal double damage. So and Paradoxica, it's really really bad weapon for the like the base weapon. It's like a really really bad flat fizz, and if you have a lot of flat fizz by anyway, you can just use Paradoxica, and it's gonna be insane because you deal double damage always, and if you play crit, then you double that damage again. Yeah. So if I'm going crit, I'm gonna go down this way and maybe grab some big crit note, a lot of crit note there, maybe crit note down here as well. I probably drop the whole of this one, but that's not the point here because at this point I'm not really swapping because like yeah, it's gonna take a lot of currency and I don't have it right now. I have like 15x and a bunch of like random currency. Like these things are not worth anything. I would say like these things probably combined to be like 2x alts total, and then like 15x. It's like it's barely doing anything. Like this is not even enough to buy like a Paradoxica, a good Paradoxica. Uh, so we're not talking about currency right now. I'm talking about just like how I built this character from the the ground up. You're playing two-handed weapon with the Spectral Helix because I decided, well, the last league I played Spectral Helix 3 times and it failed every time because I don't feel like I like the playstyle of it, but mostly because my characters just died, right? For Spectral Helix to work well enough, you have to be able to move fast and then uh, be able to tank stuff. Like at least be able to tank some hit because you have to stand still and spin around your helix a couple of times because it's not gonna kill monster instantly. So you have to have like good dodge or good evasion or good armor to prevent some of your damage. The monster gonna hit you. Lastly, I didn't play it as a raider, so that's probably the main reason why I don't like it because uh, most of the time that you go in with the spectral helix, when you're trying to throw spectral helix, if you don't have enough projectile speed, it takes a while to hit the monsters in front of you, and that's a problem because then the monster can hit you before the spectral helix can hit them. So like it creates this situation where like you're taking a lot of damage from that. But champion doesn't have that problem because champion is really tanky. So you can just like go in, spin around quite a bit, and then if your life drop, that's mean you're getting like multiple hits already. So it's eventually really gonna kick in and just kill monsters around you. So that's pretty good for the mechanics and stuff like that. And uh, using two-handed weapon because two-handed weapon is really strong with Helix because Helix has insane amount of base damage, attack base damage. It has like 250 base damage and it has 250 added damage as well. So because it's the same thing, right? Uh, that's why you're using two-handed weapon because two-handed weapon has the most base damage. You're using one-handed weapon, yeah, sure, it has like almost maybe like 70 to 80% of the base damage of the two-handed weapon, but two-handed weapon can roll higher on the flat physical damage as well, so you get a lot more higher base damage for the early on because you don't really have a really good gear. But yeah, of course, if you want to min max this, I think one hand weapon is much better because you can just chill. You can use shield to get like more tanky as well. But this is just like the budget version of it. And you go non crit because you two-handed weapon. It's really bad to scale crit. If you scale crit, you have no survivability at all. I'm gonna sell his guy Jewel.
I can't do this just yet.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Um. Okay, we done with the trade. So let's talk about. I progress like my progression is probably gonna be like I don't really remember now. I think I play Spectral Helix as soon as I get it. Yeah, I think that's probably the point. But I swap to Axe after I get like this node, I guess, and maybe like this one as well for the rate generation. That's when I started to use Axe instead of Sword because Sword is really good because it has it has like good accuracy as well as the what is it good accuracy and also what is it? I don't remember. Uh, but I'm using sword. Like I was using sword for a long time. I would say I'm using sword. Like I was using sword like for a long time. And that's pretty much it. Like you go normal lab, you get massive metal. Like 100% of the time you do this, you gain 1,000 armor for free. Like this is just insane for leveling, especially this patch that they buff armor. This is equivalent to 2,000 armor back in the expedition, and 1,000 back then. It's still like really really strong for early on. Like this node alone can carry you to, like, I would say to Act 6 with without any other gear, like without any other gear changing. Like you have 1,000 armor here, and you swag in some armor like this or maybe this, right? You're pretty much immune to damage, like for the most part, like not for the elemental damage, but the physical one, right? 1,000 armor is really really good early on. And then the crew lab and the merc lab, you can just get the unstoppable hero, and then you get fortitude. Like this is your you go to because you're playing champion because of that. This is why you're playing champion. So you take this, and then for the Uber lab, and oh, I forgot to talk about the Uber lab. Uber lab is actually very good now. You don't need to run them. If you hit level certain level, I think like level 75 or something that they require, and then you just go to yellow map. The first yellow map that you unlock, like tier 6 map, you can go into the aspirant trial, no, aspirant plaza, yeah, and then you can run in and just talk to the thing, and then you can go in doing overlap. Like if you have the offering of the goddess, of course. So you have to find offering of the goddess still, but you can run them. So when I run them, I was level 86, and I bought the offering of the goddess because I can't find them at that point in time. So I just bought them for like 3C or something, and then just run them, right? Because the last node is actually huge. It's allow you to run purity of element. This node can it's allow you to run purity of element. I think you can run it before that, but with this node, you can take this and run purity as well. So you get a little bit more damage, and then you're also getting immune to elements. Purity of elements is actually very strong now, like especially early on because you don't have like good element immunity. You take corrupted blood here because you don't really gonna get like a deal with corrupted blood on this character because you're not gonna waste 2 points for corrupted blood jewel. You're not gonna try. You could try to get a corrupted blood jewel, a lot of steel, but it's gonna be expensive, and you want the increased area of effect and use speed as much as possible. So you're not gonna get like it cheap, right? If you can get one of these with the corrupted blood, yeah, sure, go for it. But for boss fight, you can just pull this off and just use something else. So that's just one thing. And if you can get corrupted blood immunity, so you can use something else here, or just remove it completely, because it doesn't really matter to you anymore. Like this is just like for early on. Like you get one point for free here. Like you can spec out when you get like corrupted blood immunity. So that's pretty much it. And my last thing is I probably not gonna run Purity of Elements in my final form. I'm probably going for Determination for an extra armor. I probably have like 30,000 armor with Determination on at this point. So that's pretty much it, right? The DPS on this character is about like 300k or something. I don't really remember. But it can do. I can do Cyrus 8 pretty comfortably. But the skill, it's not really allow you to do that. Like it takes some time, but you can do it. I mean, there's a certain window for you to do damage for that Cyrus. And I think Maven's gonna be the same thing. And I'm not gonna do Maven on this character. I'm probably gonna make a new character on like extra character to do Maven on. This character it's not that good to do Maven because it's just, if she's like teleporting a lot, you're not gonna do damage with Spectral Helix. Yeah, because spectral healing is like a spectral throw. Like you
I
rely
can't
on,
do this just
you
yet.
know, enemy not moving, so you can hit multiple times with your spinning thing. And if they're moving, if they're dodging out of your first initial hit, if you're lucky enough, they will hit. You get hit from like along the line. But if they teleport right on top of you, you're not gonna deal damage. You deal zero damage with that hit. So sometimes you just do no damage with this skill. But that's not a problem. I would say if you get like good amount of projectile speed, I think that's pretty easy to fix because you just like keep moving and then just like spam it, and it's gonna go fast enough to attack to hit them, right? But if you have like really slow, like me, because I don't have like projectile speed craft on my amulet at all, and I think like in the end I'm probably gonna anoint the long shot for the projectile speed and extra damage as well. Like did this one is just like for mapping, I would say like 20% chance to get onslaught on kill, and it's pretty good for mapping. Just let you move fast and stuff like that, leaves them fast. Um, this league sixling, it's very good. It's very easy. Like I get my sixling like this one. I bought it like maybe like early league for like the base. I don't know 88. I bought it for like 10 chaos, and then I used the bench for like heal up bench in the syndicate bench for 28 quality, and then it just like spam harvest for a little bit. Getting like these mods and then craft it on, and then just like scourge it, right? And scourge it like getting 41 strength requirement. That's pretty easy because I'm strength character, and then like 18 fire resistant. So fire resistant doesn't really matter. I have like way over cap fire resistance. Um, but well, you know, a good stat is a good stat, so whatever, right? So that's pretty much it for my character. I've been really fun with this lake. I've been playing this character for about 2 days, 9 hours. So that's about like 50. What is it? 57 hours. That's not that much, I would say. Like it's been almost a week now, I guess. It's been almost a week since the league starts. So I play about like about half of it. So if you play a lot more than me, you can probably get like a lot of things done. But that's pretty much it. Like, if you don't have enough time to play the league, you have 3 months. Don't forget that. If you still like maybe progressing through the act, you're still fine. You can get into the map. You can get into Cyrus still if you have the determination for it, and you're not switching build. Like midway, you can get it to end game. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know if any build could get into endgame, but in softcore, I would say you can get any build to endgame in softcore. Like any realistic build, you're not gonna use like conversion trap or something, right? Any realistic build could get into endgame within 3 months, and of course, like for the last month, there's gonna be no people playing the game, so there's gonna be no trade for you for the most part. But yeah, you probably can get everything done like by a month and a half or something. But that's pretty much my expectation on this league. Oh, get I think the weapon it's very good for the challenge. Anything else is fine. I think the pet looks pretty cute. Skirch pet looks pretty cute. I would say like this is like the the good pet. I would say the good pet
I can't do this just
for
yet.
for the league, and it's fun. Oh yeah, the boss fight in this league, it's actually just standing around and just hit them until they're dead, right? It's like the expedition boss. I don't know if there's any like a real boss fight like expedition because I haven't found them. Just like a random boss that spawn. So I don't know if there's gonna be a room for the boss or something like that. I would say no because there's no Scourge map, or maybe they spawn in Scourge map. I don't even know. Like I haven't explored everything yet for this league, but that's pretty much my idea. I'm not gonna cut anything because it's just like 25 minutes now. Uh, so that's gonna be it. Bye guys, and hope you guys enjoyed the league so far. And if you have any idea or have like have anything to complain, you can just write it down in the comment. I think it's been fine for me for the most part, but I can see that people would not enjoy the league that much because like yeah, it's pretty hard and they just like random shit just kill you because you're playing a switchy character. Playing tanky character, it's like sometimes it just blind you because like you don't really see the whole picture of the game, right? But yeah, if you have like anything that want to write down, you can write it down. Like I'm gonna read all of it. I'm just maybe I'm gonna reply all of it, but maybe I don't. But I'm gonna read all of it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna read all of it. Bye. See ya in the next video. I guess I don't know. I'm having any idea on the next video, but yeah, fine. See ya. Bye bye.